Welcome back, ladies and gents, to this week's Adventure Quest World Gossip. If you have not already, please do hit that subscribe button and leave the video with a like. So we're going to go through this in the usual way. We'll start with the daily drops and then we will get into lots and lots of April Fools items and of course some normal bits of gear in there. I'll point out along the way which ones are more likely than not to be coming into the game, but the majority, fingers crossed, we should be able to get our hands on. Anyway, so this new Legion Arena weapon set, always go along and get these daily gifts because the majority of them do end up going rare, and as you can see, you just need to go defeat the Exalted Legion champion in the Legion Arena. So Among Us is on its way to Adventure Quest. Potentially, we'll put potentially in there. Crude on Lay have been at it, and we have got this little Among Us Twilly Moggling guy, which obviously would be a pet, and more to the point, we have got an actual full-scale costume here by Crudon, and that is very exciting, because if we have them in all sorts of different colours, who knows, Adventure Quest Among Us, wouldn't that be an interesting development? Next up, Legion Viking set by Biddo. As you can quite clearly tell, this one is definitely coming soon, so expect to see this for part 3 of Dage's birthday, which of course is this coming Friday. Whether this would be collection chest or part of the event, we'll just have to wait and see, unfortunately. But this one is very, very interesting. The Naval Cowmander set by Lay. Now this I would really hope to see for this year's April Fools, as with quite a few of these. Now this is not the only naval we've actually got here to talk about. This one is pure just up in the air at the minute, but the Peasant Naval. Now who doesn't love peasant rags? So if you actually were able to go along, get this for say 1 gold, I would certainly be getting that in my basket, but who knows, it'll probably be more like 1,000 adventure coins. But nevertheless, I'm hopeful that we'll see a new naval for this event. Rags of War, yet another one, this one here quite clearly by Kataro. Again, this looks really nice. This is the updated art to the original version, so really quite likely to be added to the 10k collection chest, which we are almost certainly getting for April Fools this year. So they are going all in with the sets this time round. So this one here is by Darkon. I think originally this was meant to come with maybe his event, but as far as I'm aware, it's actually been delayed, so do not read too much into it coming next week. It is coming at some point in the future, just we haven't got a set date anymore. Next up, this one here by Adam. Bit of work in progress, so I'll of course update you as we see more and more updates for this one, but it does look really nice. I do quite like the green and grey theme we're going along with here. It works really nicely together, and it's one of my favourite colour combos. Anything with green is always up my street, even though I seem to always rock blue. No idea why. Next up, Doom Knight Overseer. At least I think that's how you meant to say it. It looks absolutely awesome. I am a huge fan of this one. It is now starting to get a little bit of hype and traction behind it, so hopefully it will appear on A's radar, and then they can go about adding it into the game for us. I do really quite like the female variant. Not saying I don't like the male one, like that as well, but what about that Doomblade? Let's get a close-up of it on screen for you. Look at that. That art looks absolutely amazing. Really quite a fan of this one, so fingers crossed it will eventually get added in. Dragon Reavers of Nulgath. Well, we all know what this one is all about. The Ungodly Laggers, Mark 3 we'll call them, because there's obviously Mark 2 already. We covered that a little while ago. Would be quite quirky to see that one. If you haven't already got your hands on one, who knows, it might be up your street. Bubbling Light of Destiny. Now this would be interesting. Whether it'd actually be called that or something like Bubbling Soap of Destiny, who knows, but to you collectors out there who love the blinding lights, then that will be another one for you. Little one here by Lay. I've called it Battle on Fan. Not really too sure on a name for that one, but thought I'd show you it anyway. Let's move on to the Crystallis Conductor. Now, Crystallis sets are actually really quite cool, and I do quite like the quirky items you usually get along with them. Having said that, as you can quite clearly see, we're going to get some drinks bottles, hence the little quirky item, but the sets do look really nice, so expect to see this added into a merge shop, or indeed, just the featured gear at some point. And lastly, and certainly not least, I thought we'd finish on this little yukai princess set. This is probably one of the more unlikely ones that we'll end up seeing in game. I could be totally wrong with that, and of course I hope I am, but I thought it was really nice and worth showing you guys. So who knows how the future will play out, but all we do know for sure is we are getting some very nice items this year for April Fools, and we'll just have to wait and see what the total shop will look like, but I am incredibly excited for it. So guys, thank you all very much for watching. Make sure you give the video a like, and of course subscribe, and I'll see you again incredibly soon. Hopefully, fingers crossed, for a live stream tomorrow. Until then, have a lovely day.